about food and what you did on the holiday. Sounds fun. So welcome,
Yes.
welcome to my class. Is this your book today?
Yes, I changed the book because the previous book it was America English. I think America slang slang.
Oh, American
It
slang.
was literally a little bit easy, and the word we don't use every day.
Okay.
And actually, I didn't find a book that I like very much.
Oh, have
I
you
I
tried? Have you tried the Learn and Talk? Learn and Talk two, part two. Okay, not two.
yes, I let us try. Let's try this book, but
Huh.
I will see. Maybe it's a little bit difficult. I I I I, I looked at free talk with topic 2, but the topics I don't like the topics. In fact,
Well, actually, I like Free Talk with the topic part three because it pushes the student to be creative and imaginative and push them to use words that they haven't used before. So Free Talk with the topic is good. I think so. Okay, so in this
yes,
lesson,
maybe
we're
it's a
going.
little bit difficult. Maybe
Oh,
that
totally.
that's
Be optimistic. Be positive. Okay. Yes. So our topic today is about book. Okay. Do you like reading books?
uh, when I was in China, yes, but now as we are not as we are abroad, uh, I don't have many Chinese book, and I I think Chinese is still my mother language, so it's easy for me to read Chinese book. But here it's difficult to find. So sometimes I read the French book, but it's very long to finish a book. Eloise can finish a book in one day, and I may finish a book in one one week, or may even even more.
Even more.
So
How about ebooks?
yes, ebooks. Ebooks is still is even more difficult to find in French. In France, to find Chinese ebooks
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't.
because and my and we don't. I don't think I don't know if there is, but I think we need to buy. We never do the copy or and but here there is nothing in Chinese to buy. We can't find.
Oh, oh, okay. Maybe it's not as accessible as when you were back in China. Okay, so
Yeah.
today we're going to talk about book. I'm not gonna ask you about your favorite book, okay? Because our focus
No.
here is a higher level, okay? So here I would like you to talk about a book. It doesn't have to be a pocket book or school book. It's up to you. Just book in general. So I want you to read the words first and let me know if there are anything unfamiliar.
Different culture, uncomfortable thinking, and blind spot. Is the blind? What does it mean? Blind spot, please.
Okay, there are a lot of meaning, but here the blind spot means something that you are not aware of, an area wherein or something that you are not knowledgeable about. Like, oh, I didn't know that. It's a subject that you don't understand and you don't know. That's a blind spot.
Okay.
Okay, for example, sports is my blind spot because I don't know anything about sports.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
okay. Or something that is very difficult for us to understand.
Okay.
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 Um, and then this one, that maybe this will also help you to come up with ideas. Okay. Let's read the quote from James Burke.
When you read a book, you hold another's mind in your hands. James
Oh,
Burke.
okay. So you can think of a different idea, or you can use this phrase and explain what does this phrase mean for you? How do you interpret this phrase and then use the words?
Yes, when we read a book, in fact, we are talking with the author. Is the author will give us maybe some different culture, some way of his thinking. Sometimes we can also meet some uncomfortable situation. And what I like the most is we can learn for some blind spots, so we can we can learn many things with the book. With a book, actually, I like to read. I don't like the books like chicken soup. I don't like this kind of book.
Why not?
And it's just to I love to read some book which is interesting, which is easy, just to relax. Anyway, that's my personal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Personal thinking about the book.
Yeah, personal thing.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I like the part when you said a book is a way for us to see an author's way of thinking, to see
Yeah.
to see the world and to read about a world from another person's mind or imagination. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Since we are
And we.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just I think whenever we read the book, I want to have a history, have something which will move on, and we have a happy end. So I'm reading a book now. It's a French book which is very popular. It's the author is young. I think it's maybe.
And what is it about?
Return very soon, but it's difficult. Every night before sleeping, I try to leave some pages. Sometimes I'm so tired, so.
Okay, but it sounds interesting, and I get that the reason why you don't want the chicken soup for this whole is because you prefer novels or fiction books. You know, like
yes, novel. I prefer novels. Ella is like very much fiction books. She has many books. She has a book like this. It's her favorite book.
Harry Potter.
That she. No, it's something like Harry Potter. Is actually the author is an English author, I think. Sharon Messenger, and the book was translated in French.
Oh, in French. So she's reading Gardens, Cities. How do you translate that in English?
Yes, Gardens, Cities, Missing City.
Kinds of books. Me too. When I'm fast reader, when
it's the first English book that she just finished. She finished in 2 months, maybe because I first I asked her to finish, and this one in French she can finish in 2 days. It's very quick.
Wow. So
yes, because
she
it's
is a
French.
fast reader when it's in French. Why do you encourage her to read? What's your purpose? Well, why do you want her to enjoy reading?
Well, in fact, it's the first present she got at school when she has maybe she had maybe 8 or 9 years old. She participated in a competition of something that she got this present, and she liked very much this book. So I encouraged her to read. First thing is to spend time, because otherwise she will play with the video and talk in the internet. I just first up the thing I want her to spend time. Then it's very very well to learn the French words, to learn and because it's is anyway we are not French, so she used to learn French with book with her teacher with at school, so it's the thing to learn. Then now she reads many books like this one, this kind of book, not the chicken soup or novel. Sometimes the novel is maybe she don't like that. She likes this kind of fiction, like as you say. But she doesn't like Harry Potter. I don't know why.
Oh. Because in Harry Potter, I think the languages used there is Old English. Maybe that's why. And
Yes.
and it's too wordy. So, but yes. Okay. So, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, that's good. Let's continue talking about book. And this time, maybe you can answer a question. So I'm gonna ask you to read still, but then I'm going to ask you a question and answer that using the word here. Okay.
Okay.
So let's read the word.
Lonely, suffer, dream, passion, happiness.
Okay. And the quote.
A book is a dream that you hold in your hands.
Okay. So a lot of people, especially those that are introvert or not easy for them to socialize, they they like to spend their time reading. Um, Tell me about that. Why do you think they do that, and um, what effect or impact does reading book to those people make or give? Why do people like to read books?
Some people like reading because sometimes they are alone. They want to spend time. Sometimes they are suffering with some unhappiness. So reading is to to go out of the depression situation maybe. And the book can give you a dream, as the words say. You can have a dream with the author. So you can also maybe live in another world.
Oh,
and and the people can some people have the passion to read. They can find their happiness when they read. I think it's a very good hobby.
Yes. It's a good, not just a hobby, like an escape for them. Because escape from the sadness, escape from depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Depression, yes.
Depression when they're depressed, so they can enter a virtual world or what's a virtual word?
Yes.
What do you call it? Yeah, maybe a virtual um or an imaginative world, so they can forget their loneliness. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. Moving on to the next one.
Yes.
My question here would be, do you think, because of technology, do you think books will no longer exist in the future? Do you think books will become obsolete because of technology? That's my question.
I don't think so. I think the book we will always need a book. It's always useful. Maybe we will have less book, the real book, but at least there will always be the e-books, and it's very people need to read. So for the new generation, maybe they will spend time to chat, to play the video game. The book is always useful and replace the can't replace the technology. They can always give us the culture. Is the way to transfer the different culture. And that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. So yes, you don't agree that or you don't believe that physical books will be lost in the future. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Um, and when we look around, our friends' children or even strangers' children, you always see their hands and their faces stuck in computers or video games or phones.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion on that? On instead of being stuck on a book, their faces are stuck on computers and on their phones. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I prefer they can I prefer they read more books because the computer you can sometimes you can stay in the video game and not go out of the game. It's not very you can't learn anything when you learn the video. Actually, we bought a present for Eloise. In fact, it was a video game for the Christmas day. I was happy because it was in English.
Oh.
So she learned many English words from the video game. Anyway, I prefer she reads. I have a colleague who reads many books. I can I can I can see he's very cultured, very he has many knowledge how to say not like me. I like to work to do the fingers because I like the fingers. I like to calculate. I like to do the Excel form. But my colleague who does the same work with me, he likes to read. So I can see when we talk about the things he's a knowledgeable that people
Yeah, knowledgeable. Yeah.
who who knows many different culture, different information. So I prefer Eloise to read. Every night before sleeping, I encourage Eloise to read his, on her bed.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Sometimes she is difficult to go to sleep, and I just let her to calm down, to read, and to sleep.
Yeah, that's why we call people who knows a lot of things and no, not just about one subject, but on different topics. We call those people well read. Oh, you are so well read. It means they know a lot of things. They're very knowledgeable because of reading, intensive reading. So we call them well read people, well read children, um, educated children. What else?
Yeah, educated.
Cultured.
Yeah, culture.
Because they know a lot of things just by reading. Okay, thank you so much. I agree that as well. You would really notice the difference of a child or a person who is well read and who isn't. There's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's not always positive and it's not always positive. There are also downsides or negative. Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay, well, I am just looking at the questions first. No, I don't like the question. Okay.
Yeah, I do like.
Yeah, maybe we can do number 3.
How can books change people's lives?
Yeah.
Yes. As we said earlier, when we are sad or when we are alone, we can read a book to help to pass the depressed situation, to live in another world, to think about other things, and to spend the sad time maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's another friend to talk about, but it's a friend who can't talk, but you can exchange with the author. I think it's very well, but I'm not a big. I don't read many books. My husband buys many books every year. He always buys books. He's a big reader, I think. How to say, big
Oh, he's
reader.
a book lover,
Yeah.
maybe. We can call him a book
Yes, a
lover.
book lover. Yes.
Yeah?
He
Oh.
himself has written some fiction, some
Oh,
political
really?
books. Yes,
Mm.
in Chinese, and he did some translation uh, from French to Chinese for some books. He did translation, and he has written himself the books.
Nice. Okay. It's nice to be surrounded by people who are book lovers because it might influence you, your children, and to see
Yeah,
that, oh, why does he read a lot? Maybe it's fun. Let me try it. Okay. Now,
yeah,
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mommy, for sharing and for talking. I love how listening to you talk, and I can see the effort that you made thinking of what words to use to express your ideas. Although I just want to recommend something because you always say, I think it's well, I think it's good. So this is something
yeah,
we need to update. Okay, we need
yeah,
to update your vocabulary to describe if something is
yeah,
good. Um,
yeah,
for example, I think it's amazing.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What else? Can you think of other words?
It's appreciated.
Depends on the sentence. For example,
Yeah.
um, the sentence is reading is good. Reading books is good. So we're gonna replace good. Um,
Okay. Reading is
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, interesting. That's a different meaning, but yeah, reading is good. Reading is interesting. Reading is when you said my husband uh, has written a book and is working on translating it, I think that's astonishing. So if you are like
Astonishing.
amazed, yeah, that's astonishing. Astonishing.
Okay.
Okay. Like, how do we say astonished? Like it's surprised and wonderful. Oh, wonderful is another word,
Yeah.
which is wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Wonderful.
forgot the word one. It's simple, but we
Yeah.
forgot sometimes those simple words. So try to replace well and good with other words so that your
Yeah.
fluency would be better. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's it for today. What do you think of this lesson?
I think it's a good lesson. Maybe as you say, I need to remember more English words. It will come
Mm.
back maybe.
Yes,
And
it
I think
will.
you are the very good teacher to talk with, because some teacher I can't talk. Just I don't know. You can lead me to talk more, to have more words. I think it's very, and you have the now knowledge to talk with. I see you are knowledgeable man, woman.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I try to
and
be.
I like you.
Yeah. Oh, I like you too,
I like
mommy.
you.
Because you make my job easier. You know, you like to speak, and I can just listen and give advice, which is my role. Unlike other class, I have to keep on talking because they only say, I don't know what to say, but you do, you try, and that's what's important. You can also read
Yes.
the answers here. I did not ask you to read because you don't have any problems with reading, but you can
Yeah.
read them after class just so you can say, oh, this is a good word. Extraordinary it means great. Oh, I can
Yes.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrestling with unfamiliar ideas, meaning thinking, thinking about something. So wrestling is a good word as well. So clarify. So
Yeah.
yeah, only read this after class and take note of the words that you might use in the future. So on your next class, you can apply that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you very
that's it.
much. It's very
Thank
nice
you
to
so
have class with
much.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you
me
very
too.
much.
I hope to see you
Thank you.
again soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Yes. See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.